show. They do it all for show. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow. I was just cruising the streets. I was looking
Good
something
morning.
to eat. I'm trying to get me some sleep. I'm trying to make it for me. My family struggling for
Let's
peace.
go.
My family needs what they got. My family eating they sleep. My family eating the streets. My family,
Good morning, Stacy.
They say they care, they really don't. Karma probably twist and turn like Inferno. They keep on
Good
blaming
morning.
the media and blaming the government. You say you want freedom, do you really know?
Right.
You give them your rights away
Good morning,
and then you
ladies and
give them
gentlemen.
more. Money coming in different ways. Don't say you're poor. Don't say you helping these kids and then you close the door.
Right.
You ain't no better than politicians. You
Hypocrites, hey.
I wouldn't make a change and make the difference. All this talking you're saying and ain't saying much. They say they care,
Right.
but do they really know? It's beyond the
Clockwise, thank you.
They say they care, you know they really don't. It's all a front for show. They do it all for show. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow. They set the world on fire. They let it burn slow.
Hey.
Yeah. They let it burn slow. Yeah, they set the world on fire.
They let it burn slow.
Put your left arm in, you take your left arm out. You put your right hand in, and
Then you shake it all about. Hey, you do this hokey pokey, then you break you on down. That's what it's all about. Hey.
Humpty Dumpty.
Good morning.
Dumpty, he had a great fall. All the king horses and all the king men. Hey,
Good, put it back.
together.
Let's go. Don't be so basic and practice on your greatness. Life don't work like that. Gotta be amazing. I've been down and out. I know what it takes to be on top right now. I know I'm your favorite.
This is hip-hop and politics and relevance. This is J6.
Good morning.
I took Jack Smith and Bonnie Willis. Prosecutions
To the next level. I got MAGA triggered in a state of shock.
Cause the time has come, the Proud Boys
I really do.
Good
morning, Miss Bossy.
What happened to back to blue?
Good morning, Mel.
March through the Capitol and he would be the Jew. Officers died and they wanted to hang kids too.
Right.
You said Biden would lose, he beat Trump too. You say you wanted the truth and now you got Zeus. So who's the Marxists and communists and fascists?
Let's see it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this show started. You know what we do on this side of town. Hey. Good morning.
I feel like I'm stuck in a cycle.
I don't want to have to go too hard, ladies and gentlemen. I won't if I don't need to. All right, but listen, you know that MAGA demon is very strong.
And I can't escape it. It's like
Wow.
deja vu.
I see it.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these rats. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. That algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my Zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. No replies. Yes, got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Here we go. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off in a spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days.
Yes.
Shit was radical.
Right.
It was horrible.
Oh.
I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
Wow.
It's like deja vu.
Cut it out.
It's like deja vu.
Cut it out, conservative man.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja
How am
vu.
I off the rails, right?
It's deja vu.
How am I
when
off the
I'm running
rails,
up these
ladies and
rats.
gentlemen?
I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back.
All right.
It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class.
All right, let's get
It's
this
like
show started,
every week
ladies
I
and
gotta take out
gentlemen.
the
Let's gonna
trash.
go ahead and kill the music. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the morning show. Yeah, I'm off the rails, right? Hi, Nicole. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host this morning, Zeus, right? But I also go by the name Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. First H stands for honest. I promise to tell you all nothing but the truth. So help me God, all right? The second H is because I'm humble, all right? And along those lines, I'll give you a great example. If I'm wrong, I will be the first to apologize. That's how humble I am. What? I used all of the toothpaste. What? I'm so sorry, and I didn't replace it. Listen, I'm so sorry about that. Not only will I apologize for, using the last of the toothpaste, but I will go to whatever store I need to and I will buy cases of toothpaste, not just for me, but I'll buy it for everyone in the neighborhood because listen, I made a mistake. We ran out of toothpaste. That's how humble I am, right? And the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Nobody more handsome than me out here, all right? For those of you who aren't familiar with what we do on this side of TikTok, what we do is we hold our friends on the right, especially their leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds. And believe you me, when it comes to Donald Trump and the MAGA Republican Party, there's a lot of dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as crimes. All right, so listen, if you are, as my good friend Brother Swerve once said, factose intolerant, that means you're allergic to facts. All right, you don't like the truth. You're one of these folks that still believe that the election was stolen, perhaps, right? There's a lot of people out here that believe the election was stolen. You're one of these folks that believe somehow Nancy Pelosi is responsible for the attack on the Capitol still, right? Or perhaps you believe something even worse. You think President Biden are guilty of crimes? Please do me a huge favor. Exit stage left. But get this, ladies and gentlemen. You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
and you know you do.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
right?
Very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And that's one of the rare times that I actually agree with the former president. Nothing grinds my gears. Listen, I'm being real nice this morning. I said, you know what? I'm not going to let MAGA get me upset today. I'm just going to do what I do, okay, and get up out of here because that's just the mood that I'm in, all right? But I want to make sure I drive this point home with MAGA. Nothing grinds my gears more than to know that you all, after all this time has passed, are still out here lying. You're still out here working for the devil. MAGA demons is what I call you. And you're still trying to pretend like somehow, after all this trauma you've put this country through, you're still trying to act like, for some reason, you're victims. You're not victims, MAGA, because playtime is over. I've given you way more than enough information. I've given you way more than enough information, so you can't say, "Well, Zeus, I didn't know." I went to a live yesterday, and one of the panelists, this is a Trump supporter, one of their things that they like to say is, "I don't understand how," and then they go into some stuff that's happened. I don't understand how President Biden won the 2020. This is MAGA with the. I don't understand what happened on January. Well, listen, MAGA, that's the thing. You don't understand. Stay out of these fake lives on. Listen, you got a lot of fake TikTok hosts out here that call themselves intelligent. They're not intelligent. These are liars. These folks lie. Stay out of those lies because guess what? They're setting you up for failure, you Trump supporters. By the way, MAGA, you've been losing for quite a while. Good morning, Bamba. Okay, and so yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, we did see, good morning, Straight Facts. Yesterday, we did see more proof. We saw more proof, because, there was the GOP debate yesterday, right? We saw more proof that MAGA and the GOP, they're completely out of touch with what's going on in the United States of America. And I came to the conclusion the only reason you're out of touch with what's happening in America is because you're not real patriots. In fact, I think that you're spending way too much time listening to your Lord and Savior, Vladimir Putin, right? What? Don't boo me. No, it's true. A lot of Trump. No. it's true. A lot of you Trump supporters are Russian sympathizers. That means you agree with what Russia does more than you agree with what we do here in the United States. So along those lines, I got a quick message for you folks, these MAGA extremists, all right? And this is about how out of touch the GOP is with Americans, all right? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, my Democrats, independents, and real Republicans, all right? Not you, MAGA, not you. This morning, I sit here once again on the middle throne in middle of Mount Olympus, all right? To shed light on a matter of great concern once again. The growing disconnect between the Republican Party, also known as the GOP, also known as MAGA, all right? Or simply put, Donald Trump, right? We ought to just call the GOP what they are. It's Donald Trump's party. And their disconnect with the will of the American people. Our democracy, ladies and gentlemen, thrives when there's genuine representation of the people's voice, aspirations, and concerns. However, it is evident that in recent times, the GOP they've drifted away from its fundamental principles, leaving many Americans feeling unheard and unrepresented. First and foremost, let us acknowledge that there is something to having a healthy and robust two-party system. Differing perspectives and ideas foster healthy debate, leading to better policies and outcomes. However, the dynamic nature of our society demands that political parties evolve and adapt to the changing needs and values of the people that they serve. And regrettably, the GOP, MAGA, continues to struggle to keep pace with evolution. Yes, Trump supporters, they don't know how to evolve. They're stuck in the past, right? With their ancestors, leading to a growing disconnect between their agenda and the will of the American people. Yeah, and I'm giving this information out to you Trump supporters so that you can understand why you keep losing, because you're losing real bad. All right, one of the most glaring examples of this disconnect is the GOP stance on, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it, climate change. They got all of these conspiracy theories going around about climate change. MAGA, evolve. You got dinosaur brains. You don't understand how things work. You don't understand science. But climate change is real. The overwhelming majority of Americans across party lines, they recognize the urgent need to address the challenges posed by rapidly changing climate. However, the Republican Party has been slow to embrace this reality and has often downplayed or dismissed the severity of the issue. By failing to prioritize climate action, the GOP is out of touch with the concerns of millions of Americans who are deeply worried about the future of our planet and the well-being of future generations. Another area is the disconnect is with healthcare. Yeah, access to affordable healthcare. I was in a live the other day, and it seems like a lot of the Trump supporters, they don't understand that Donald Trump, he never repealed and replaced Obamacare. He never did that. It's still Obamacare. So that's more proof that the GOP doesn't have any answers when it comes to healthcare. They're just riding the Democrats' coattails, right? All right, and that right should be afforded to every American. Yet the Republican Party has repeatedly attempted to dismantle the Affordable Care Act without providing a viable alternative. And this, ladies and gentlemen, leaves millions of Americans anxious and uncertain about their health care coverage. The will of the people is very clear. They want accessible and affordable health care options, and it is disheartening to see the GOP neglecting this urgent need. All right. And last but not least, the Republican Party's stance on social issues often demonstrates a disregard for the changing attitudes and values of the American people. We live in a diverse society where equality, inclusivity, and social progress are highly valued, and yet the GOP's position on issues such as LGBTQ plus rights, women's reproductive health, and racial justice often lags behind the prevailing sentiments of the nation. By failing to adapt and embrace inclusive policies. The GOP continues to alienate a significant portion of the American population and perpetuating inequity, inequality, and injustice. They don't like me because I'm telling them this truth. All right, so listen, ladies and gentlemen. In conclusion, this growing disconnect between the GOP and the will of the American people is definitely a cause for concern, and I would argue it's the greatest threat this country currently faces. Don't bring up the border. It is essential for any political party to adapt and evolve to meet the changing needs and values of the people that it represents. But by failing to do so, the GOP is increasingly out of touch with the aspirations and concerns of everyday Americans. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we're about to do. Join me in starting this show off by giving the GOP a round of boos and shame, and especially for Donald Trump, because it's crystal clear that they are out of touch with the reality of millions of Americans. And whatever agenda that they're pushing is clearly not working. It's probably a Russian-backed agenda. But let's give them their daily doses of booze and shame. There's some dissension in the comment section. I got some Trump supporters out there. Okay, I see there's some dissension in the comment section. Listen, if you don't like this truth, ladies and gentlemen, you know what the rules are.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
right.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back.
Right.
It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Is there anyone forcing Donald Trump and his supporters to stay in the United States by a show of hands? Any of you forcing MAGA to stay here? All right, because for some strange reason, they think that they are forced to be here when I've been telling them they don't. You're more than welcome to go to Russia, MAGA, where you belong. You're more than welcome to go to North Korea, where you belong, or China, where you belong. You don't belong in the United States. If I could be president for a day, maybe give me a week, I would strip every single Trump supporter of their citizenship. I would do it right there, day one. Oh, you're a Trump supporter? Renounce your citizenship right now. And you got two choices, jail or hell, right? Maybe I'll give them a middle choice. Maybe instead of those, maybe I'm being too mean. I'll give you a first-class trip to either Russia, North Korea, or China, where you belong. Because let's just be crystal clear, MAGA. What you did on January 6th, you could not do in any of those questions. I was talking to my good friend Swervin yesterday. If what you demons did on January 6th, if you had tried that in North Korea. You know, that guy Thor came in my live and he said something along the lines. He thinks that their sentencing is too harsh. This is what they say. Zeus, the sentencing, the judges, they're too harsh on the supporters who went there to try to overthrow the government. I said, these folks are still living and breathing. They're in jail. They got attorneys and they got people in Congress still rooting for them. I mean, I would say that's way better than a lot of folks who are currently in prison. Y'all getting away with a lot of stuff. I could be president for one day. It'd be lights out. I'm sending them straight to jail or straight to hell. One of the two. All right. I know they don't like it when I say this, but I'm being honest with you. I'm being real honest. Nobody's going to be as honest as I am with you, but that's truly how I feel. Now let's talk about our first issue today, ladies and gentlemen. I want to make sure that we address this today, all right? What is my first thing that I want to get started with? Yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, we had the special election, right? I gave a very blistering rebuke, didn't I? And how many of you know who Snuggles is, right? I mean, yesterday was, to me, probably one of my proudest and happiest days because it was right after the so-called red wave that never came, right? And then you could see that the folks who like to say that they were winning, they like to say that they're winning, they ended up showing us just how winning looked, right? And so, there's a clip that's out there, and I want you all to listen to what MAGA sounds like when they're winning, and then what they sound like when they're losing. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
A big thank you
This
to
is
President
winning.
Donald J. Trump for his support and his endorsement of this campaign. Let me just say, the Trump culture of winning is alive and well in Kentucky. Well, that didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to. I promised the governor I'd be brief, so I'll be brief tonight and say thank you all.
Hold the House, flip the Senate. Hold the House and flip the Senate. We know how to do this. We learned in 2021 how to win elections.
And so I look forward to working with the House and the Senate going forward just like we have.
We're going to have a red wave. They call it the Great Red Wave, like nobody's ever seen before. It's really amazing. And I think we're winning. I think we're going to win everything.
It does seem like the Republican Party generally has a real problem with winning.
Right. And so along those lines, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday after I gave a blistering rebuke, I want you all to see the impact of what I did yesterday because Snuggles, you all know him, the MAGA demon. He's ultra MAGA. He was very angry and upset, and he went and launched a live, and where he aired out all of his grievances with the Democrats. And I was in the live listening. All right, I really wasn't. I was sitting there trying to tell Snuggles, calm down. Oh, but no, he was on that Trump train. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You can see Snuggles has left the building, at least on this account. TikTok says, no more of those lies, sir. No more lies on that account, Snuggles. Bye-bye. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, we got to do something we don't normally do this early in the show, but we're going to do it because the gods have spoken on TikTok. So long, this Snuggles account with 6 Z's. I think there's 6 Z's. Let's send this Snuggles account off the old-fashioned way. Bye-bye, Snuggles. And let that be a lesson to each and every single one of you MAGA-possessed demons. You get out here on TikTok and you spread that MAGA demon, jail and hell will be your portion. Folks are fed up with you, and you're disgusting. All right, you really are. Bye-bye. I don't want to see that nasty account ever again. I mean, woo! Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the stats. Following 1,811 people, 4,310. 23,000 likes. All down the drain. All right? So, I want to make sure you Trump supporters understand exactly why I do what I do. It's because I know what I'm doing. I know I'm getting to you folks, and the truth is definitely waking your game up. All right. Now let's move on, ladies and gentlemen, to some real business. All right. But this is very important. All right. I just want you all to know TikTok's not playing around. TikTok's not playing around. All right. All right. So the first thing I want to cover is, let's see. How many of you watched the presidential debates yesterday? How many of you watched it? Right? I think it was definitely. Let me see. Let's see. What do I want to talk? Okay. Oh, I think this is it. Right here. Well, the first thing that I wanted to cover. I don't think I have it here, but I'll go ahead and start it. All right. Well, the first thing, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about is our good friend Tim Scott. Right? Okay, let's start with Tim Scott, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have the part that I wanted, right? But I'll start right here. I don't want to do that. All right, Scott, ladies and gentlemen, did something that I would say showed me that he is definitely listening to the show that I do every morning, right? One thing I want to point out is this. Now, how many you all know that I talk very pointedly about jungle fever on this live because I understand I understand what jungle fever is. I know what it does. But Tim Scott, ladies and gentlemen, he did something. And, I'm going to tell the folks out there that love Donald, that want to vote for Tim Scott, right? Because he came out yesterday. He came out with some big cojones yesterday. I mean, he was launching all kinds of attacks. Sounded ridiculous, didn't he? He was saying ridiculous. Folks need to get down on their knees. I mean, they shouldn't be getting down on their knees. He was talking real crazy. And then he ended it by bringing up his girlfriend who has, you can clearly say, this is a white lady. And it put all of the conspiracies that were out there to rest about Tim Scott not having a girlfriend, right? I love seeing Tim Scott and his beard. Oh my God. And so I said, Tim Scott clearly is listening to the lives. He's listening to the show each and every morning. And we've been talking a lot about jungle fever, right? We have been, right? And so Tim Scott said, you know what? Not only am I going to get out there and show just how crazy and deranged I am, I'm going to end it by bringing my girlfriend up and letting the world know that I got jungle fever, right? Go ahead, Tim Scott. So let's give Tim Scott his flowers, ladies and gentlemen, because he's not kidding around. Let's go. Hey! Hey! This was the highlight of the night, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't see it. Let's go. Let's hit it. You can say what you want to say, Tim Scott. And this goes out to Stacey and Janae too. Y'all some trendsetters in the GOP. Let's do it. Hit it. I mean, white girl crazy. Yeah, that's Jim Scott right there. That's the thing he was keeping in the dark. Them too. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, right? At this point, Tim Scott, at this point, there's nothing else to debate, champ. Every debate going forward, sir, just come out like this, all right? And trust me, you'll get listen, I'm not a Republican, but listen, Tim Scott, at this rate, I think you definitely are going to go down as the most fascinating candidate in GOP history. Because why did you wait so long to let the world know you had jungle fever, champ? All right, stand on it, 10 toes down, right? All right, enough about Tim Scott. I don't want to get into what Tim Scott said because as far as I was concerned, it doesn't matter. What Tim Scott said doesn't matter at this point. This right here. And I would encourage each and every Trump supporter, Because Tim Scott was so brave to reveal that he had jungle fever, all you Trump supporters who love to say, I'm not racist or anything like that, show us you're not racist. Right? Just show us you're not racist and vote for Tim Scott and his girlfriend. All right, MAGA? I know that's what they're going to do. All right. All right. Now, there were other things going on during the presidential. You see the disconnect? Now, there were other things going on in the presidential debate, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's start with this one. All right. Ron DeSantis. All right. Now, many of you heard Ron DeSantis talking, and they were asking him about funding the crisis, the conflicts that are going on in the Middle East and in Ukraine. And Ron DeSantis, who I would say, in my opinion, he looks just like Snuggles in a way. I'm start calling Snuggles Snuggles DeSantis, right? He looks like Snuggles. He went on to say, he pivoted from answering the question about funding Ukraine, and he went to funding soldiers going to the border, right? This is what he said. Let's see if we can get Ron DeSantis to say what he said yesterday. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Little technical difficulties, but we'll get there. I want to make sure I capture the essence, the exact words that he said, all right? Oh, my gosh. Here we go. Oh my gosh, here it is right here.
We're declaring it a national emergency on day one. I'm sending U.S. military to the border. I'm going to stop the invasion cold. I am going to deport people who came illegally. And I'm even going to build the border wall and have Mexico pay for it like Donald Trump promised. How are you going to do it? Yeah, Mexico's not going to fork over money. We're going to impose fees on the remittances that foreign workers send to foreign countries. We'll raise billions of dollars. I'll build a wall. But we are going to designate the cartels to be foreign terrorist organizations or something similar to that. And we're going to authorize the use of deadly force. We're going to have maritime operations to interdict precursor chemicals going into Mexico. But I'll tell you this, if someone in the drug cartels is sneaking fentanyl across the border when I'm president, that's going to be the last thing they do. We're going to shoot them stone cold dead. We're declaring it a national...
Ron DeSantis, you're going to take our soldiers, women and men in our United States military, and you're going to station them at the border and ask them to defend us with all of our military might from fentanyl. Sir, another example of just how disconnected Ron DeSantis is. Instead of answering the question about helping to support Ukraine, which is where the military is needed, where our support is needed, you want to focus it on the border. I said this is a good example of just how disconnected the GOP is. But I'm not the only one who said that, ladies and gentlemen. Check out what they had to say about Ron the Con. This is what they had to say about him on Twitter. I'm sorry, but how can anyone take him seriously when he has the voice of a little boy? Right? Go to the next one. The stone cold dead phrase sounds ridiculous. He resorted back to it on a number of occasions. This man is goofy, right? This is what they're saying. We don't got to say it. All you got to do is let MAGA talk. Tough words from a guy in makeup and lifts, right? Ron, why do you wear those boots? Seriously. Has anyone seen Ron DeSantis in those boots? It looks just ridiculous, all right? Oh, please. Because he wears cowboy boots with lifts to make him look taller. He thinks he's Clint Eastwood. What a poser, right? What happens? Listen, he's got a fentanyl detector we don't know about? Or is everyone going to be asked, are you carrying fentanyl in that white stuff, right? I mean, these folks. Ron DeSantis, listen. Ron's going to throw one of his high heels at him, right? Ladies and gentlemen, You see how ridiculous this is. Let's join me. Thank you, Yazzie. Join me in giving Ron DeSantis a round of boos and shame, all right? Because once again, he showed America just how disconnected he is from the will of the American people. Let's give him some boos and shame. Thank you. All right. Oh my God, where is the time going? Let's go. Now let's talk about who do I want to bring up next? Oh my gosh, you all saw it yesterday. I mean, there was a lot of good points, but definitely our good friend Vivek, right? We all saw the exchange. All right. When he started off by trashing. He trashed the moderators, right? You saw him trash the moderators. He started out like this. He reminds me of Snuggles. This is what Snuggles said.
Mr. Ramaswamy, let me turn to you. Please make your case. Why should you be the nominee and not the former president?
I think there's something deeper going on in the Republican Party here, and I am upset about what happened last night. We've become a party of losers at the end of the day. It was a cancer to the Republican establishment. Let's speak the truth. I mean, since Ronna McDaniel took over as chairwoman of the RNC in 2017, we have lost 2018, 2020, 2022, no red wave that never came. We got trounced last night in 2023. And I think that we have to have accountability in our party. For that matter, Ron, if you want to come on stage tonight, you want to look the GOP voters in the eye and tell them you resign, I will yield my time to you. And frankly, look, the people there are cheering for losing in the Republican Party. Think about who's moderating this debate. This should be Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk. We'd have 10 times the viewership, asking questions that GOP primary voters actually care about and bringing more people into our party. You think the Democrats, and we've got Kristen Welker here, you think the Democrats would actually hire...
I'm going to stop you right there, Vivek. I know. Listen, MAGA, what Vivek was saying is you are the party of losing. You've been getting the brakes beat off of you for quite a while. All right, ever since President Biden and Kamala Harris, right? Ever since they came out of that basement, like you say. You know how they like to say, ever since Trump came down that escalator. I got one for you, MAGA. Ever since President Biden came out of that basement. Y'all been losing ever since. Ever since. And the only thing you got right now that's giving you hope is these ridiculous poll numbers. And it makes me chuckle every time I hear one of you say you're winning. Because the history books, all right, as far as I'm concerned, keep demonstrating you're winning at losing. You're winning at losing. All right? And listen, the losing goes, it goes deep. It's all centered around Donald Trump. All right? It really is. And let me give you another thing to bring up, all right? Yesterday, Vivek and Nikki Haley, they got into it a little bit. Did you hear the exchange where she called him scum? All right? Why would Nikki Haley have to call Vivek scum? And I got the answer right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Here we go.
Mr. Haley, speak to the parents out there. There are probably TikTok apps on half the phones in this auditorium.
No, I'm going to speak to the fact that 2 people hit me and you didn't let me respond.
How do you get TikTok banned if you use it?
Well, I want to laugh at why Nikki Haley didn't answer your question, which is about looking at families in the eye. In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my daughter out of your voice.
The next generation of Americans are using it. And that's actually the point. You have her supporters cropping her up. That's fine. Here's the truth. The easy answer is actually to say that we're just going to ban one app. We got to go further. We have to ban any U.S. company actually...
I'm going to stop it right there. Another example. So if you don't know what was going on, there was a question. I know. The question was about banning TikTok. The question was about banning TikTok. And Nikki Haley, she strongly tried to say she's going to ban TikTok. But Vivek, he did something that some would say is a low blow. He said, your daughter your daughter is on TikTok, Nikki Haley. And I said, look at this. We got two hypocrites, and one's actually a little deranged, going at it over TikTok. You can't make this stuff up, folks. No wonder the GOP is losing. They don't understand what they don't understand. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving the GOP, especially Vivek, Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, and all the other ones, Chris Christie too, because I didn't like his comment about TikTok. I want to say Tim Scott, but because Tim Scott came out with Jungle Fever, that was the big thing yesterday, I'm going to leave Tim Scott alone. I'm going to tell him to keep up the good fight, all right? Join me in giving them a round of boos and shame. Oh, my God. They're going to get it. All right. We're around. Listen, there's a lot of topics. I hope some of the panelists come up. Hopefully, if they come up, you bring up some information that I am not able to cover because there's so much going on. But I got to wrap it up and bring up the panelists. So one of the things that I want to do, though, is talk about a Donald Trump update in terms of his upcoming court case. All right, let me make sure I got that queued up for you. Oh, all right. So I'm going to cover this, and then there's one more topic to cover, and I'm giving you all a bit of a heads up. It's about the January 6ers, all right? And you know that's one of our favorite topics to cover on the show is what's happening with the January 6ers. So it's this, and then I'm going to cover that. Just an update for those of you who have been following Donald Trump's criminal case going on in Washington, D.C., Judge Tanya Chutkin has given Donald Trump a deadline, I believe, of January 15, 2024, where he must put up or shut up. And this is in response to the advice of counsel defense that he's going to make. He may use it, he may not. Now, the advice of counsel defense, ladies and gentlemen, is Donald Trump, for the most part, when he's talking about January 6th, he spread a lot of different lies about what happened that day. But one of the lies that he spread was he was taking the advice of his attorneys. And we all know who Donald Trump's attorneys are, right? The ones that are also his co-defendants out there in Georgia, right? Also, our favorite Rudy, Dirty in the Booty, Giuliani, who we all know loves to drink that strong alcohol and lay down in a horizontal position in movies like Borat. That Rudy, those are his people that he said gave him advice on terms of trying to overthrow the election. And so the judge says, well, listen, if that's the defense, Donald Trump, that you're going to use, you're going to say advice of counsel, then you got to let us know that that's the defense you're going to use by January 15th. Because if that's what it is, if your lawyers gave you some nasty advice, they got the advice, let's say they got it from Snuggles on TikTok or some of these TikTok lawyers, well, then that means they broke the law, and that's going to give us access to some discovery information between you and your lawyers, and that attorney-client privilege stuff that you were trying to use, that don't apply now, because now we got to get to the bottom of whether or not your lawyers lied to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump a round of boos and shame, right? Because his lies are now starting to catch up with him, and Judge Tanya Chutkin ain't playing with his behind, and we're going to get to the bottom of whether or not it was really his lawyers that gave him the advice on January 6th, or it was his own imagination, right? So let's give him a round of boos and shame, because he's been caught once again. Am I right, attacking? They don't like me because I tell the truth out here on TikTok. And I'm way past trying to be accepted with MAGA. I'm way past. I used to try to be nice to MAGA, but I'm way past that. Now we're just getting down to business when we talk to these Trump supporters. A lot of people say, Zeus, you're mean to the Trump supporters. Can't you please be a little bit kinder? And I got to remind folks, we can't be kind to MAGA. Absolutely not. We can't be kind to him, can we? Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The gloves are off.
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him.
I was.
I was very kind to him, but now we can't be kind anymore because The gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The jar has been opened, MAGA, and you opened it when you attacked our Capitol on January 6th. That, as far as I was concerned, was the last straw. I was right here. You know how they say, I've had it up to here. I was right here with MAGA, right before January 6th. I was right here, and I was just like, you know what? We're gonna vote Trump out, and that's just going to be a thing of the past. That was how I felt deep down inside. But when I saw Itchy, I see you out there, and you're doing a good job letting it be known too. You've actually been prophesying all of this, Itchy, so we're right on time as far as I'm concerned. When I saw everything unfolding leading up to January 6th, where Donald Trump posting on Twitter at the time, it's going to be wild, I said, this is insane. And folks like Bill Maher, you follow Bill Maher. Bill Maher says things like, he's not going to leave. You're going to have to, drag. I didn't think it was going to happen. But then on January 6th, when his supporters, the MAGA demons, the Patriot Front, Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, and all of them, brass knuckles, military tactical gear, and I even believe Marjorie Trader Greene, the pipe bomber, all of them tried to overthrow the government. And in the middle of all of this, they somehow managed to get a guillotine? There was a guillotine. And they brought it to unalive our vice president. It went from me being here with MAGA to it going through the roof. It was officially over for MAGA, in my opinion. We can't be kind to you folks. That's traitor. That's being a traitor. That's sedition. MAGA. And along those lines, we're going to round the corner and go into our final part of the morning show segment before I open up the box. I got a nasty and disturbing story for you folks. Okay, another situation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Spider Schnazzy has pled guilty to January 6th charge. Brandon Dillard, a Las Vegas man whom online sleuths dubbed the Spider Schnazzy, pled guilty to a misdemeanor offense. Look at this guy. Look at this. Snuggles, don't you dare talk about the Palestinian protesters. Trump supporters, don't you dare talk about the BLM movement. Don't you dare. Look at this animal. Full-fledged MAGA demon. I didn't know y'all had such powers to climb walls like that. Normal people don't do that. Only those with the MAGA demon do it. Let's talk about this individual. A man whom online sleuths dubbed the Spider Schnazzy has pled guilty in connection with the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol. Brandon Dillard, all right, who I said is the Spider Schnazzy, became what the Fed said. He got this nickname because he was wearing a distinctive Supreme spiderweb pattern hooded sweatshirt when he stormed the Capitol, pled guilty to a misdemeanor count of disorderly and disruptive conduct in a restricted building or grounds on Tuesday, this past Tuesday. In his statements of offense, Dillard admitted that he repeatedly grabbed Officer BM's helmet, making physical contact with the officer in an attempt to remove his helmet. Let's look at this MAGA demon. Look at that. Just look into his eyes. He thinks he's a superhero. Look at this. These folks think they're superheroes. All right. He's, quote, if a judge imposes a sentencing enhancement for contact with an officer, his sentencing guidelines would be 8 to 14 months in prison. Dillard admitted that he confronted lines of officers on January 5th, 2021, the night before the riot, pointing at them and yelling, "Forward!" at the crowd, urging it to advance. Dillard also admitted that on January 6th, he scaled down the Capitol's exterior wall from the Upper West Terrace area and then climbed through a hollowed-out window as, quote, one of the first individuals to enter room ST-2M of the Capitol building, which was next to the Lower West Tunnel. This is a MAGA demon, folks. Look at him again. Let's look at him again. Don't you ever compare any protest in the United States to what you animals, you demonic, evil people did on January 6th. So join me, ladies and gentlemen, in giving this deranged MAGA demon, Brandon Dillard, a round of booze and shame, right? And then let's send him off the old-fashioned way. Bye, Dillard. Get him out of here. 8 to 14 months isn't enough. Dillard, you're lucky. You're really lucky, because if you would have tried this in Moscow, if you would have tried this in North Korea, if you would have tried this in China, Dillard, you would be deleted. You're lucky, Dillard. And that goes for all of you MAGA folks that sit here and think Dillard somehow is a hero. Y'all real lucky the United States is one of the greatest countries in the world, because under normal conditions, it'd be the end of you. And I got one more story to bring up, ladies and gentlemen, and this is just a PSA announcement. This is a PSA announcement. I want you all to keep your eyes and ears open for this gentleman right here. FBI SWAT team is on the hunt for ex-National Guardsmen wanted on January 6 charges. All of my friends on TikTok, listen for this animal. He might be in a live, lingering in the background. If they start off saying stuff like, "I was there on January 6th, ask the right questions to make sure we can get this individual so we can bring him to justice. Gregory Yetman was identified in 2022 by sedition hunters and was named in a USA Today story. For those of you who aren't familiar with this animal, look at him. Make sure if you see this gentleman, you bring him to justice. And I want to make sure you know exactly what this traitor did. Federal authorities are searching for a former New Jersey National Guard's police sergeant wanted on charges related to the January 6th attack. All right. Online sleuths who go by the name Sedition Hunters have known Gregory Yetman's identity since 2022, referring to him by the nickname Green Heavy Sprayer, because he was seen on January 6 video using a large sprayer on law enforcement at the Capitol. They told NBC News, the FBI, they've posted photos of Green Heavy Sprayer on its Capitol Violence page, referring to him as 278-AFO, meaning he is wanted for assault on federal officers. So, ladies and gentlemen, please do us all a favor. Keep your eyes and ears out for this Green Heavy Sprayer. All right, and let's make sure we get him held accountable for what he did on January 6th. All right, so let's give him some booze and shame. We can't send him off the old-fashioned way, but we can give him some booze and shame because he attacked our law enforcement. He's spraying God knows what, A lot of folks would be harmed because of this nasty individual, this demonic force that he's been. So let's give him his booze and shame and let him know we see you and you will be brought to justice. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that concludes the morning show in terms of me doing the talking. And it is now time for me to open up these boxes. All right, let's open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth. If you are a Trump supporter, while I would love to hear from you, all right, I really would. The morning show is a sacred place on TikTok where lies and misinformation just really don't get it. They're not really welcome. All right. So what you really need to do, because you're not winning, you're losing, and take it from me. You don't want to end up like Snuggles did yesterday, getting banned. You don't want to get banned, and a lot of the information here, it'll trigger you, and it'll send you over the edge, and you'll lose your account. Don't even risk it. Just sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. All right, and then I'm going to get to the boxes, and then we are going to wrap up the show. See, it wasn't that bad, right, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, if you were a Trump supporter, it was a terrible show. But if you are familiar with the broadcast, this is par for the course, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our first panel. Dark Cece. Good morning, Dark Cece. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, my friend. How are you doing, my handsome, humble, and honest friend?
I'm doing very, very well. And listen, when you come in like that, listen, you're going to get very far in the kingdom. Okay?
You know my heart. I'm sorry, I got a lot of cold in me. You know my heart. You know my heart is with you always. You're always number one. You're always number one.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. So what do you think about this little blue wave we had yesterday?
What? Oh, the blue wave? Well,
they thought it was going to be another red one, didn't they?
No, they did, but that's the thing, right? They believe a lot of things that sound good but aren't true. Isn't that their problem?
It is their problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are they, based on what you seen going on since, that so-called red wave came and left, what are they doing?
What are they doing?
Yeah, what are they doing? Our friend Snuggles, he got banned yesterday, right?
Again, I haven't. I haven't been.
It wasn't suspension. It was banned. So the Snuggles account is gone forever.
Oh.
Yeah, he was on there, huh?
They've had enough of him.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have to start calling him Struggles?
Yeah.
Snuggles.
Call him Struggles. Yeah, he likes that, right?
I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry that's happened to you, but you got to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear lies in videos, okay?
Right. Tell him.
And Nikki Haley, I don't blame her. I don't blame her for going after Swami. Don't bring family into anything.
But wasn't she wrong to be trying to say ban TikTok but having a daughter on TikTok?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, how should he have said it then? How should he or you're saying he just shouldn't have even brought that up?
He should not have brought up her daughter's name at all. He could have said family. I mean, he did not have to pinpoint who exactly. That's a trigger right there. That's a trigger.
Got it.
Don't mess with my people.
Yeah.
That's friends and family. Don't mess with them.
Yeah, fair enough. But the GOP, they don't know how to be. They don't know how to behave. They don't have class.
No,
they don't have mannerism or anything like that, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
And so I got into a live yesterday.
Okay.
With an opposer.
Okay.
He allows me in. He's very he's very kind. He allows me to speak. And I had a lovely encounter with one of the bears.
Oh.
One of your bears.
Which one?
The one who asked 999.999.
Oh, Stacy Bear. I got it.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. So this sounds
So
like you were in our friend HVAC's live then.
there you go, bro. You know.
Yeah.
But he does give me the opportunity. I will give that to him.
Right. He
And he
does.
will not allow anyone to get rid of me. And the people in the panel were quiet while I was talking. But
Good.
he was trying his best to mess me up, you know what I mean? And then when I asked Stacy for proof, guess what she brings me?
No proof.
She tells me it's a YouTube video.
Oh my God.
And you know what? I'm gonna try and make this quick, but it had to do with the veteran, the 3-time Vietnam vet
Yes.
that was at Trump's whatever, and he sang, and he said he told Millie he
Yeah.
never
I
won.
remember that.
Okay, well,
Yeah, I
guess
remember
what she
that.
told me? She told me that story was debunked. It's the truth. Okay, Stacey, get me the proof. What did she do? She goes to YouTube. She had nothing.
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 Well, you did good standing up to that MAGA possessed individual, that Russian bear. All right, Dark
Yeah.
CC.
Yes, darling.
Don't answer their questions unless they're sending you gifts, because that's how it is with me right now. I mean,
Oh, speaking of that, I said, and I'll make it real quick. I said, one thing I've never had is a universe. And guess what?
what's that?
I got a universe.
Hey!
I got a universe, and I can't find him. His name is Jeff. So, Jeff, thank you, my love. I appreciate the universe.
Well, thank you, Jeff, for giving CC that universe. That is a awesome and amazing thing. All right.
That was.
Let's thank you, Dark CC. Now we gotta move it on. All right,
All
my
right,
good.
honey. You have a good day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give the beautiful Dark CC a round of applause. I thought CC was going to, ask me more questions, but I did get a question, ladies and gentlemen. And a lot of people, they say, Zeus, we want to hear you, going at opposition. We want to hear how you engage. And I said, well, I don't think the morning show is the place for that. The opposition conversation, that's really for the closet of truth. All right. I just want to make sure folks understand, because here's my position, by the way, on those conversations. There's really nothing to debate when it comes to MAGA, because the results are in, and the American people have spoken. You can lie as much as you want, but Biden's in the White House. You can lie as much as you want, but the Trump supporters are going to prison for the January. There's really nothing to debate. All right. So as far as I'm concerned, you're just giving me an opportunity to just hear how crazy and deranged you are. All right. Let's bring up our next analyst. All right. Good morning, Ray. How are you doing?
What's up, my buddy?
Well, it looked like
There we go.
This is our first time doing business, Ray, huh?
Yes, I actually got on. I was trying to get on a live with you a couple of nights ago, maybe in the evening, and I think Snuggles was on actually. Thank God, yeah, Snuggles was on, and you had just stepped out. Like I got in, and Snuggles was going crazy because everybody was banging him up. And
that sounds about right.
How do you feel?
Now, before we get started, this is our first time doing business. You got to answer the questions, all right? So folks in the kingdom know where you stand, all right? All right, Snuggles, he's winking at you. Listen up, champ. First question, in your opinion, was the 2020 election stolen by President Biden?
That's a hell no to the hell no.
Okay, yeah, you're lightening up the mood a little bit. Next question, in your opinion, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
All the facets, but definitely the number one mega king, El Trumpo Boo Boo.
No lies detected. All right, last and final question. Do you think President Biden or Hillary Clinton are guilty of any crimes?
That's a tough question because all I've seen them is do good stuff. So, there you go.
There you go. All right, listen. You passed the test. All right, my brother, I got to give you a follow. All right, now what brings you to the kingdom this morning? All right, my friend?
I've seen you on lives, and I've been knocked left and right. This is my fourth account, actually. Fourth time in the last couple of nights live, because I had Snuggles and other ones that were coming at me and doing the normal blockage.
Oh.
I don't know how long. I don't know. Again, you have a system where if you stayed on this long, your information is the only information that matters because it's facts. And the game that not even the game, the way that you are putting it to these people, and like you said, you let them speak their mind so we can find out how they are. It's the best way, my brother. Every time I go in the wrong direction on a live, I come back to see you, and then I see your calm demeanor. I see how you let them play. I seen you with Snuggles, and I was like, wow.
Right.
And that's why I come to your live, brother.
Well, I appreciate that honesty, all right, because it's really proof that
Yes.
what we're doing over here, and you've been following it. It's really proof that what we're doing is working, right?
Yes. 100%. I believe.
Thank you, my brother. Yeah, and Snuggles, I said earlier, yesterday, he got banned, right? One of his accounts. That's what happened.
He got hit hard.
Yeah.
I actually saw him I think maybe that was the live that you were on, or maybe you were on his live, and he was going bananas, and everybody he put in the box, they kept hitting him, and then he kept kicking them off, and then he was getting more, and I said, any moment now, any moment, and then he just kept revving, and I don't know what he said, but I just saw the lights out like in the Truman Show.
Lights out! Yeah.
The sun came out, and he went out the door, and it was bye-bye, birdie.
That makes me...
You just gave me the best news this morning. My birthday was yesterday. For me to hear that today, bro, it's congratulations, man.
Oh, wait a second. Your birthday was yesterday? Well, we might have to sing happy birthday to you, champ. All right?
Oh!
After this show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to sing happy birthday to our new friend, Ray, who's been following us for quite a while, all right? Because this is what we do in the kingdom, and on top of bringing the truth and holding those folks on the right and their leader, Donald Trump, accountable, right?
Yes, sir. Accountable in New Jersey and New York. I'm waiting for him to get locked up so I can go there and wave the flag.
Hey, Ray, you are a super hero. Now, have you ever spoken to Snuggles before?
I got on one of his lives, and I think maybe that was when I was more like, like at the beginning, you get on these lives and you just want to you think you're like in front of them. I went at him for a few, and then about a minute, he clipped me.
He clipped you. Well, I'm going to let you have the opportunity because your birthday just passed, all right? If you can, in under a minute.
Go for it.
What would you say to Snuggles in terms of him going around here and repeatedly saying he's winning? What would you say to him?
Say it again?
In terms of Snuggles repeatedly going around TikTok bragging that he's winning, if you could, under a minute, what would you say to him?
Oh,
that's a lot.
Okay, under a minute, real quick.
Yeah.
Snuggles, this is the facts, and this is the facts. You've been on lives for maybe, I don't know, 2 years, maybe 3 years, jumping from account to account, helping other insurrectionists and non-believers of the real truth. Obviously, your time came. It came. And I'm going to say this. I know that clown is some kind of a security guard in New York City somewhere, because on his lives, I kept tagging him. You're at work. You're at work stealing what you say that you want to do. Oh, America this, America that. So I'm going to say this. I hope that maybe now I don't bump into you in New York City so I can say, bye-bye, baby. It's fact.
Wow, well said. Oh, well said. Well, listen, Ray, I appreciate your honesty and your transparency.
Thank you.
And thank you for having the courage to come up in the kingdom and tell the truth and shame the devil. I hope you stick around, because around, 8:15, which is probably, 8:15 my time. I don't know where you're at. You're in New York, so you're 3 hours ahead. So what is it? 11:15 your time? We'll sing happy birthday, all right?
I appreciate you. Listen, you keep doing the good Lord's work.
Thank you.
Because that's what you do, buddy. And guys, follow, share, and give him those likes because this is the man. Thank you. Thank you so much, Zeus.
All right, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're very welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Ray a round of applause. No lies detected. All right? This is what it's all about. All right? Thank you, Mike.
Have a good one, guys.
You too. All right? This is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. We are reaching folks all over the planet, all right? No matter what part of the country you're in, we're getting the message out there, and folks are waking up, they're wisening up to just how ridiculous and deranged the GOP party is, all right? And this is what it's all about, all right? Let's bring up our next panelist. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Okay, we got a couple of more. All right, let's see. Kid Truth, greetings. How are you doing?
So, hey Zeus, how you doing, my brother?
I'm all right.
So, just let you know, this is my main account.
Okay.
I fought, I clawed, and guess what? I got it back.
Oh.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, and you Trumpers tried to get me banned. But guess what? Let's express something, and especially to Snuggles. I see you in the chat down there. You have no right to change your name to Dark. See, the thing about it, us, the Dark community, we stand for something. We stand for truth. We call out the truth. Amen. And guess what? You're full of lies, fascists. Matter of fact, you know what? You can do exactly as I always say to you Trumpers. Go stick your head in the toilet. But guess what? I have no respect for you. As a matter of fact, I'm cutting my camera on so you guys can see my face.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, now. Oh, serious.
Yeah. So with all respect, Snuggles, I'm saying this to you as you like to look into the camera like this.
You got to get closer.
Okay, closer. Is this close enough?
Yeah. That's the Snuggles vibe right there.
Snuggles. I feel it. You know, I know you can see me, and yet you know what? It's people like you. We saw that people are done with Trump. We saw this. You guys said it was this red wave. You keep talking about this.
Get closer. Yeah, Snuggles, you feel that? Yeah. Listen.
And as my good friend Zeus says,
oh, goodness
come out of your grandma's basement. I can't do it.
Woo!
But I'm saying,
oh Lord,
that guess what? You guys can't get rid of the truth. And as my good friend over here, you guys don't like the truth. You do this to attacking. You do this to all of us. When we bring you guys the evidence and show you receipts, you want to show us a YouTube video. I don't want a YouTube video.
Nope.
I want actual truth. You know what I'm saying? Who I changed my name into? Truth.
Yeah.
I want the truth. I want nothing but the truth.
Amen.
So if you cannot handle the truth, guess what? Hey Zeus, play that clip with Donald Trump. Play that clip.
Which one?
What you don't like it here. Play.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too.
Right.
But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And guess what? As Zeus would say, there's no lie detected. Especially to you, Snuggles. Snuggles, there's no lies protected at all.
God.
But I know Zeus want to get to other people, but guess what?
What's that?
To all you Trumpers that they try to silence me. See, the TikTok gods.
Tell them.
Say this 20 seconds. To all the TikTok guys are on our side. They're not on the lot. They're not on the side of deceit and fascism. You guys have a blessed one.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Kid. No lies detected. I mean, he was making me uncomfortable because that's how it is when you get into Snuggles Live, and he, it's like we got to be this close. I mean, Kid Truth, you made me feel like Snuggles was about to come into my office space over here, okay? Because you were that close. But Snuggles, cut it out. You see the destruction and chaos that you've left, Snuggles. This is your situation. You've created this problem, Snuggles. You. And the only way to fix it is really to truly, first of all, you need to repent. You and those Russian bears you hang out with, all of y'all need to repent. And then you do need to start living in truth. All right? Denounce Donald Trump, denounce MAGA. And then you just might have a chance. All right? You really might. Let's bring up our next panelists. All right, all right. Okay, we're gonna do it a little different today. We're gonna have a couple folks in here that might not necessarily agree with us, but I want to check in with them. All right, Takesha, how are you? Not
I'm
you,
good. How
Takesha.
are you?
I'm all right. Just another day in
Listen,
the kingdom.
listen. I'm gonna have to take up for Nikki Haley.
Oh, talk to me.
Just because her daughter on TikTok don't mean she don't want to ban it.
Mm.
I might be in the office and want to ban drugs, and my child could be an addict.
Mm.
They
Mm.
grown. They gonna do what they want to do, but that don't mean you support every decision that they make.
Mm.
But you know what? I'm sick of Ramaswamy or whatever his name is. with that sea to shine and sea forehead, it's
Mm.
wider than the Nile River and more pointed than Donald Trump's finger when he be lying. I'm
Oh.
sick of Ramaswamy. He needs to stop bullying folks. What he needs to bully is the dentist that won't take half of them teeth out because he got extras in there. I'm sick of Mr. Smile Bright 2023.
Oh.
And if I was Nikki Haley, I would have said, hey, check this out, Ron. You might not say nothing to him, but let me go and take these heels off. And this is going to be my last debate because I'm going to drag him as far as his toupee will go back off that forehead.
Oh! You would have did all of that?
He's so rude, Zeus. He is so rude. I don't know if he think that making him get votes, but you're dropping in the polls. And we don't trust polls, but the only poll we gonna trust is that his big wide mouth is losing support.
Ooh.
I'm sick of him.
Mm.
Then Tim Scott.
Talk to us. What about
Lord.
Jungle Tim?
I said, my Lord.
Yeah.
Your teeth protrude further than Donald Trump's toupee.
Oh.
And then you're going to get up there with your fake girlfriend and think we going to believe you really go with that woman. Oh. There was no sign of affection on that. Tim, stop it. Borrowed the neighbor down the street to take a picture and make us think that's really his girl. That woman ain't with Tim.
You don't think so?
Tim, no.
Oh.
He ain't with her and she ain't with him. Stop it, Tim. You ain't fooling nobody but the camera because you ain't fooling me.
Woo!
I done got tired.
You didn't think they look cute together?
Absolutely not, Tim. Zeus, stop it. Listen, Zeus.
Well, why you think he chose her?
Because she was the only one that's willing to participate for whatever money he was going to pay her to pretend. Yeah, it was pretend pay. And she know Christmas coming. And she wanted to get her family some gifts. So she knows she could use that money Tim pay her to get them Christmas gifts. But check this out.
Wow.
Let me get on one person. Did you see Joy Reid last night?
I didn't see her. What happened? Please.
Joy had on a wig that make her look like she was a part of Whoville. I don't know where she got that tabletop toupee from that she wore on her head last night.
Wow.
It looked like after her show, she went in her office and laid on the couch and took a nap. And when they said come back to the panel, she just jumped up. She ain't brushed it, tried to swing it down way. It didn't match her complexion. Joy looked a mess. I said, look at Joy looking like she from Whoville with that Donald Trump special on top of her head.
Wow, Joy, cut it out.
I'm mad at Joy about that toupee she sat on top of her head last night. I know the panel wanted to say, hey, you just going back to your office. Because everybody out there was looking good and she looked like she was from Whoville. I'm real mad at Joy in that toupee.
Wow.
Enough is enough, Joy.
Wow. Joy, if you're listening, please cut it out.
Please don't wear that no more. You already be wearing hair that look a mess. But last night you just looked the real. You look like you was the mayor of Whoville. Throw it away, Joy.
Wow. Unbelievable. Unprecedented. See, Joy, you got to cut it out. We tell the truth no matter who it is, right?
I don't care if you love her or not. Her hair was ugly. And it was ugly. And it was ugly. All right, Zeus, I got to go.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Takesha. No lies detected. All right? It's like my grandmother always says, tell the truth and shame the devil. And I see that there's still some dissension in the comment section. All right, listen up, you Trump supporters. If you do not like what we're saying or doing here, leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
And by the way, I do mean that because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I've done my research and it's true. Nobody wants MAGA in the United States of America. Period. Dot. All right, let's bring up our next panel. The beautiful straight facts. It's an honor. All right. Good morning, straight facts. How are you doing?
What's going on with you, Zeus? How you doing this morning, handsome?
Listen, I'm all right. You know, as long as I'm looking better than Nutty, I'm all right. And how are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Well, I only got one man, and that's my husband. But I tell you what, if I hadn't had my husband, I'd be over here on your live every day, looking right on at you, baby. But I just want to let you know that you show more handsome than Nutty. I'm just gonna be honest. Give me straight facts.
Nutty, get to the back of the line, brother.
Good morning, y'all. Now, Takesha funny as hell. She had me rolling, baby, because I know just what she talking about. I've been trying to figure out what she was doing with that weave all this time, but I guess she like it, so I'm gonna like it too.
Oh, wow. Wow. What was it that bad? I need to go look at this. This sounds like it was a mess last night.
Baby, you better go take a look at it. Off, but she was telling nothing but the straight facts. But I tell you what, Zeus, are you happy about the win that we were able to pull out on Tuesday?
Yes, I'm very energized about it. How about you? You know, because a lot of the Trump supporters, they still think they're winning, right?
Yes,
And you talk to them a lot, right? In your show, you go live and you go at them. Do they still think they're winning?
They still think they winning, unfortunately. But I'm gonna say I'm gonna dispute a little bit of something. I don't think they think they're winning. I think they're just saying that to muddy the water, Zeus. Just to muddy the water. They know doggone well them lies is not getting them nowhere. Because we keep bringing these facts every single day. And all we got to do is just keep on bringing them facts, and them facts. Like it, what your mama say?
Tell the
truth, shame the devil, baby. And the devil is being shamed right now in front of our eyes.
Yeah. And they still
all right. So I want y'all just to keep it up. Zeus, you keep it up. I appreciate you.
All right, and I appreciate you as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you follow Straight Facts. She has an excellent morning show right before mine. All right, actually, and you will get a lot of truth, especially you Trump supporters. You go over there and get beat up, and then you come and bring your special behinds here. All right.
That's right. All right. Well, I only stay on for a couple of seconds here because I got things to do. But I surely appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank y'all for the gifts too.
All right, I appreciate you as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Straight Facts, no lies detected. It's very important you get in the box and you tell the truth. All right, let's she was in and out like a burger joint. All right, let's bring up our next panelist. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, Beer Can Mike, you've tracked me down again.
Hey, good morning. Actually, I'm here to agree with you on a lot of points today.
Okay, let's start. First of all, so what is it you wanted to address today in the kingdom?
A couple things. First of all, I actually called last night or Tuesday. I'm losing track of the week, man. But
where'd you call?
No, I called out because I've been, me, I'm anti-two party. I'm always calling out everybody. But anyway, I actually said the blue wave was going to happen. I actually said it was going to happen.
Oh, and so you said the blue wave was going to happen?
Yeah. And the reason I said it is because I kept going into Red Cult Lives and I kept saying, look, the problem is all y'all do is talk. Y'all don't fucking vote.
Oh, wait, now keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Pardon my language. I'm sorry. But that's the problem.
I got to make sure that goes
I get passionate. You know that. I get passionate. But but that's my point. Is I kept saying, y'all talk, but here's what's going to happen. You're going to say all these things, and then ain't nobody going to go vote. And this is what happened in 2020 when y'all said, "Oh, we need to get Trump in there. We need to get Trump in there," and then y'all didn't go vote, and then you said it was stolen, dude. If y'all went voted, and if y'all went and voted, then guess what? Maybe you wouldn't hear me bitching about the election being stolen.
Didn't I just hear you curse again, Beer Can?
Sorry.
Did you have anything to drink strong this morning?
No, man, I don't drink. You know that.
Oh,
Anyway.
I mean, well, you got a name that starts with beer. Why wouldn't
Yeah, you know why that is, bro. We talked about that in private.
Well, you keep slipping up, but keep going.
Sorry.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What would you say to our dear friends who are still on this app bragging that they are winning? What would you say to them?
I would say that in order to win, you have to vote.
Okay.
Was that?
But they're gonna push back and say Donald Trump had record votes in 2020. So they think they did a great job. What else is there
for
to
an
say?
incumbent president? He did.
Uh-huh.
For an incumbent president, but I mean, still, I mean, he had. I mean, if we're just going based on facts and facts alone, yes, historically, he had more votes than any incumbent president in history. However, it wasn't enough to win. And therefore, it doesn't fucking matter. Oh, sorry. I can't stop myself. I don't know why I'm doing that. Sorry.
That's 3.
I know. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I promise. Okay.
All right. Next time, I'm going to have to drop you like
I
a bad habit.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right. Now, so you're saying that it is possible for you to get record votes as an incumbent president, but the problem is still that a lot of Trump supporters didn't go vote.
Right. Exactly.
And why didn't they vote?
Because they talk, and that's that. They just talk. And that's what it's been my biggest criticism of the right in general. I will, like I said, I call
Do you
out.
think do you think also that the right is out of touch with the will of the American people?
Oh, I think the debates prove that.
Yeah.
I think the debates completely prove that because, they didn't even start talking about abortion until the last 20 minutes. If no one, if they had been paying attention to what voters actually care about, that would have come up a lot freaking quicker.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I see the GOP falling apart, because, at this point, the one thing I will give the Democratic Party is they are united. They are completely united. And you have to be, if you have any chance of actually winning, you got to be united. It's the old adage, united we stand, divided we fall.
Fair enough. Now, there's a good question my good friend Heaven asked. If the 2024 election were to be today, which candidate out of Donald Trump and President Biden would you select?
Actually, man, this has been asked a lot for me lately, and I keep praying to God we're going to have any other option.
Right, but what if it's them two? Be honest. This is the kingdom of truth right now. Here, Cam, we need you to be real honest. There's really only 3 options.
Up until yesterday, I thought I made up my mind, but now I'm back to probably just not voting.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Like I said, I keep getting close to an answer, and then I'm like, God, no.
Well, I hope by the time 2024 comes around and you keep coming in and out of these lives, it'll be crystal clear to you what to do, which is vote blue. All right? I got to move it on, all right?
I would vote blue. The problem is I would vote blue if it wasn't Biden.
I get it. But the will of the American people is aligned with voting blue. So listen, I got to move it on, all right? But I appreciate you coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, he's an independent, but I value his perspective at the same time, all right? So thank you, Beer Can Mike.
Yep, take care.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, I mean, this is what we're talking about. This is what we're getting at, folks. You can't sit back here and say, you can't keep doing what Snuggles likes to do. You can't just keep sitting down on the couch watching Fox News with Sean Hannity and a Diet Coke in your hand in your iPhone or your Samsung phone or your whatever device and say you're winning. You're not winning because you're saying it. You really got to get out here and do the work. Tell him, Yazzie. Let's bring up our next panelist. Oh, my God, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, the beautiful Shay. How are you doing this lovely Thursday morning?
I am good. If I can for a second, I'd like to play what the MAGA party sounds like now. You ready?
Uh-oh. Sure.
We want Trump, the Magador, to kill that goddamn bull!
What?
End the bullshit! Kill that goddamn bull!
That, ladies and gentlemen, was Roseanne Barr.
Wow.
At the Trump rally in a conservative state.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could feel the demonic forces in the voice.
Yeah.
I felt them. It felt like Snuggles was coming right through my screen. Wow.
This is it. I mean, that is the MAGA party. That's it. That's who they are.
Wow.
That's who they are.
Why are they so angry and yet they say they're winning?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. They know they're not winning, and I completely disagree with Beer Can Mike. I think every single person that was going to show up to vote for Trump, that desperately wanted Trump in the office, voted.
Oh.
I think the people that didn't vote Beer Can Mike were actually, and that's what the left is, the problem that we've had for years. But thankfully, they're not showing up to vote, right? Because many of the voters on the left have been disenfranchised from voting. So it's people like Stacey Abrams and people like that have gone through the South and turning these states blue. Because they're like, your vote is going to count if you don't show up. And so it's inevitably people on the left that hesitate to show up because they've been so disenfranchised. So Trump got all the votes he was going to get, and yeah, he got a way too much.
Wow.
And it is scary that many people showed up to vote for that maniac. Because he appeals to people like this, and they loved every minute of it as she's screaming, kill the bull, as in kill the BS, right?
Oh, that's what she was getting at.
BS, yeah. She was saying, let's get rid of the deep state BS, you know.
Oh, my gosh.
So that's what she was saying, and he's the matador, and he's going to kill the bull, and, you know, and they're loving every minute of it. And it's just, you know, this is not a church revival, people. This is like, what the hell? This is crazy revival.
Tell them.
This is on steroids. But this is why they're losing votes. This is why you have not won since 2020.
Right.
And you will not win again. Because people are waking up to what is really going on the right.
Bingo.
The fact that you see, you know, the Republican debate last night, and there's people in the audience still yelling for Trump, and he's next door giving a rally talking about how Kim Jong-un supposedly is dictator 1.4 billion people.
Wow.
He can't keep track of what's North Korea and what's China. North Korea is 1.4 billion. That's China, you idiot.
Wow. I didn't even get to watch his full speech, to be quite honest.
But Biden has dementia. He doesn't know if he's in Sioux Falls or Sioux City. He doesn't know if he's in Iowa or South Dakota, North Dakota, whichever one Sioux Falls is in. I mean, I sit here and go, but he has dementia? He at least knows where the hell he is.
No lies detected.
Of every country. I mean, you've got to be kidding me with this stuff. And this is the best you can do. You're not going to win because people care about people's rights. They don't want to be involved in other people's things and having legislation against people's lifestyles.
Exactly.
The right to choose whether they want to be a parent or not. I mean, I sit here and go, you cannot win. And I love Vivek Ramaswamy getting up there and saying, we're a bunch of party of losers.
He admitted it.
And he's right. They're a party of losers, and they're going to continue to lose, and you're going to continue to see the anger and the vitriol. And how is that helping America? How is that securing your borders and lowering inflation and paying for your eggs? Give me a break, people.
People would rather keep Trump out of office than to care about those little issues, to be quite honest.
It's all about, as I've said before, it's not about policy. So miss me with your, I don't know who to vote for, Beer Can Mike. I mean, get a brain in your head. You sound like a nice guy, but you're delusional to think that you've got to look at the difference between when Biden had control of the House, what the Democrats did to get policy passed.
Right.
What the Republicans are doing in the 10 months they've been in it. They're not doing anything. So, you know what? No, the Democrats are not perfect, sir, but at least they're getting things done. At least they're trying to pass things and get bills done and secure lower, rates on things and medical benefits and, all these things, UAW workers, like
right.
You're protecting the blue collar workers and people's rights. It's so much more important. And you're like, I don't know which one to pick. Give me a break.
Hello,
It's
Shay.
century what's happening. And that's what Biden has done. And people are seeing it. It's like, yeah, I'd like a younger guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get that. But
yeah,
I also want
and I like $1 million and $1 trillion, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we understand how this
You make
works.
almost $200,000 a year out of my taxpayer money. You better be in that office trying to do something with it.
Exactly.
Sitting down going, I want to impeach Hunter Biden's sister-in-law. And like, give me a break. Just stupid. All right.
No lies detected. Tell him, Shay.
I love you guys. All right.
All right.
Have a fabulous day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shay a round of applause. No lies detected. All right, and this is what this show is all about, is making sure we get the truth out there. We want to make sure we're telling the truth and shaming the devil, all right, just like my grandma taught me. Or, you know what I'm going to say? Tell the truth and shame the MAGA demon, right? Let's bring up our next panelist. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, hold on. Let's bring up Brother Attacking. Ready? Attacking, are you there?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, do you respect anybody who calls Michelle Obama a man?
Absolutely not.
Do you respect anybody that lies every day?
Absolutely not.
So Snuggles had to add his face to a post as he's in is like he's in the doctor office. It was this little snippet of what we said in here in your broadcast. See, Snuggles, I'm not going to respect a man who calls Michelle Obama a man. I'm not going to respect somebody who lies.
What is that right there?
He was going to the doctor, he said, and I said, while you're bent over for the doctor, can you see if there's any brains up your butt?
Don't you think that's a little harsh, Attacking? Can we all just get along?
Yeah, sure, okay.
I'm going to denounce this. I'm denouncing it. I denounce it, Attacking.
I don't like people who lie every day about facts. I don't like people who ignore the facts about things and then lie about Michelle Obama. And then
wait a second. What lie did they say? Because context matters.
He lied about Michelle Obama being a man, first off.
Oh, he said Michelle was a man?
Well, he posted it and he reposted a video of it and laughed about it and pointed at it.
Oh.
That video, remember?
Now, while I denounce what you just did,
go ahead.
I have zero tolerance for that.
Understandable.
Snuggles.
It
ain't so, Snuggles.
And I own up to that. But the thing is this: Snuggles yesterday was saying that he did not say that the Palestinian people were Hamas. So I put up the audio of him saying that Palestinians Hamas. So when you lie about something that you said and it's verifiable, you lie. Just own up to it. I've made mistakes, you've made mistakes, and we own up to it.
That's true. And I've made mistakes. That's why they call me Triple H.
Right. You don't have to. You do not have to ask for respect.
Why not?
And I don't care if anybody under the side respects me for what I say. It doesn't bother me. So when it's on attacking number 3, Snuggles, go listen to it. But
yes.
The thing is this: when you lie about things about Donald Trump and make stuff up about Biden and you have no facts, you're a liar. You're pushing a lie to your people. And when you get called out about your lie, You are nothing but a liar. You ignore the truth. You ignore what's going on with Trump. You ignore that he has assaulted a woman sexually. You say it's only civil. It doesn't count because it's not criminal. You are a disgusting human being, and you're pandering to the people who follow you, and you don't do research. You are dividing people.
This is nasty. This is a nasty.
And by the way,
wait, hold on. Keep talking, attacking. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
You want to talk to me? Come to my broadcast. Have the balls to come to my broadcast and talk to me about something you say I said. Come into my broadcast, you little chicken. Because the thing is this. Everybody knows that you lie. Everybody knows you lie. And that's the thing. You ignore the truth. I've posted videos of things that you've said, and I've counter-reacted them, like with Mr. Global's, Mr. Global's information about we are more energy independent now. We are producing more gas now than we were under Trump. You don't like the facts. I'm done. Let somebody else come up and rip them a new a-hole.
Okay, all right. Let's give Attacking a round of applause. Thank you, my brother.
Sorry about that. I apologize if I offended anybody in this group.
Did you use any profanity while I was away?
No, I did not.
Okay, because you know I have a zero tolerance policy for that.
That is true.
All right. Well, I'm going to let Snuggles come up after that, ladies and gentlemen, because yeah, I want to see if he has anything to say in response to that. So, listen, CC, I know you don't like it when I do it, but you know this is Zeus's live. Zeus runs the kingdom how he sees fit. All right, Snuggles. Listen, don't boo him. Don't boo him. Don't boo him.
That was really nice. Yeah, first off, he comes up there and puts a picture. I get to defend myself. First off, he comes up there.
Wait. So, Snuggles. All right, can you hear me?
All right, first off. All right.
Snuggles, I can't hear you.
So first off, he puts a picture up there of me.
Can you hear us, Snuggles?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
It's got something going on.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes. But
can you hear me now?
It's weird. It's
okay. First off, first he puts a picture of me in the hospital with a picture of Michelle Obama there. That's a lie. I don't have a picture of me next to Michelle Obama, so that's a lie right there. What he does is he adds onto his recordings. He snips them and clips them. He's a liar.
They can't hear you.
So it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, I did say Michelle Obama's a man. I always will. So that doesn't matter.
Wait. Snuggles. What is that?
That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Wait, so
I've heard it. I'll play it. I'll talk about it. I don't care what people think about it.
So you said Michelle Obama is a man, huh?
And I will never.
Well. Dang it. Jeez. Right? So this is, ladies and gentlemen, what you just witnessed is a very good example of why the morning show is a sacred place, and I generally don't let folks with that MAGA demon in the box. Because it doesn't take long before you realize the conversation isn't going in the right direction, right? And this is typical MAGA behavior. Like I said, down to earth, probably Snuggles, he's a regular person, but when it comes to this political stuff, he's rotten to the core. But this is MAGA behavior, and I said, you know what it's like when you talk to a Trump supporter? And Snuggles just gave us a good illustration of it. Snuggles, I saved your account, honestly. You were on your way to getting in trouble again on TikTok, sir. I saved you. All right? So, but you know what it's like talking to MAGA? And you know the conversation isn't going anywhere. Should I do it? Should I do it, ladies and gentlemen? Should I tell the people what it's like talking to a Trump supporter and why I don't like to do it? All right? I'll tell you why. Fine. You begged me. You asked me to do it. When you talk to a Trump supporter, you can tell instantly the conversation isn't going anywhere. Just a lot of noise, but it's not going anywhere. And I said, well, what does that remind me of? And I said, oh, I know. You ever hear one of those cars, ladies and gentlemen, when you could just tell the moment this thing starts up, you knew this was bad news. You could tell that car was in deep, deep trouble. It sounds a little something like this. Hey, Snuggles! Turn it off! Turn it off, Snuggles! Just turn it off. That engine's bad. It's no good. That thing sounds like it's in bad shape. Oh, I get it. It got the power windows. It got the power door locks in there. But that's standard with most models, Snuggles. That car sounds terrible. That engine. When was the last time it had a tune-up? You know, spark plugs, the distributor caps, rotors, maybe some fuel injector cleaner. Right. That car sounds like it needs the hands of God. All right? And just like that, you Trump supporters, you need the hands of God on your minds. And you need that MAGA demon cast out. Because something is really wrong with your brains. It really is. And it's not normal. I would say mental health, but this is something doctors can't even fix. When it's something doctors can't fix, it's a demonic force. And this is why I'm coining this is why I keep branding them as the MAGA demons. Because he watched this whole live. He's watched my live thousands of times. He knows how this show goes. And what did this guy do? He jumps in my box and says Michelle Obama is a man. What a shame, Snuggles. What a shame. What a shame. Get him out of here. All right. Time to bring up our next panelist. Oh, my God. I tell you, folks. All right, I tell you. It's just. I see you, Kareem. I'm going to do you, and then we're going to sing happy birthday to our good friend Ray. Good morning, Fuzzy. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, and you?
Oh, I'm not too bad. Hold on. I always like to have my camera on in the City of Truth.
Yes. Do you like to get all close and personal?
You know how it is.
That right there.
Hey, I gotta whisper something. Come real close.
Okay.
Come real close.
I'm listening, but I can't get too close to that.
What do we have in common?
Oh, we're winning?
We still have our accounts. We still have our accounts. But you know, quite often you ask, who is keeping Donald Trump? Well, you ask who's keeping people in this country if they don't want to be here. And you include Donald Trump. You know who's keeping Donald Trump here?
Who?
Jack Smith.
Oh!
Jack Smith is making sure Donald Trump is in.
Fair enough. Jack Smith doesn't want Trump getting a little too far away now, does he?
He keeps on a short leash, doesn't he? Yeah, I love that leash. But in all seriousness, though, me and you were in a live the other night. It was Barrister's Live. Tall was there and Thor was there. And you and Tall shared some wonderful information. I just want to thank you for that. Unfortunately, I just came out of a Thor Live, and he did not learn a thing, sir. He did not. I know. He had the racist card flying all over the place. Matter of fact, I shunned him for my life, I think.
Wow. See, that's that MAGA demon I'm talking about. They literally sit through the entire course. They pay for the education, and when it's test time, they fail. Every time. And they blame the teacher. They blame everybody else. Greetings, political mom. Yeah.
So, political mom was sitting on the outside. It might have been sitting on the outside of that live I was just talking about. And last but not least, I'm going to talk about a little bit about the debate last night. DeSantis last night. He sat there. He talked about a heartwarming story or a conversation he had with this man about his son who passed away from fentanyl. But his son was not a drug addict. He just popped a pill.
Cut it out.
What? You don't just
pop
pills with fentanyl in it. That's not how this works.
That's not how it works for me. I know better. You don't just take stuff you shouldn't be taking.
I have had my runs and funds. And tell you what, I have had some bad experiences. But it's not because I didn't pop something. It wasn't because of a Tylenol. Let's put it that way. It wasn't because of a Tylenol. And the last thing, so after last night, yesterday, Manda Rose, I think you're familiar with Manda Rose. She was playing the debate last night, and me, Barrister, and a bunch of people got in talking about it. And then I posed a question, because I did search around. How many conservative people actually watched that debate last night? How many Trumpers watched that debate last night? Because there's a good chance you're not going to be able to vote for Trump. Who's next on your list?
Oh.
Who you guys going to vote for?
Tell them, Fuzzy.
That's it. You guys pay attention. Pay attention to what's happening in this world. It's more than just MAGA. Anyway, Zeus.
All right.
My friend. Have a good day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Fuzzy. Hey, no lies detected. See, it's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth. Snuggles can't make it the full 3 minutes because the truth isn't in him. And I know it. But, he going to learn the hard way. I tell you, he's going to learn the hard way. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, my good friend, Kareem the Dream. How are you doing, my friend?
Good. Zeus, how you doing this morning, brother?
I'm all right, tending to the affairs in the kingdom as usual.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get right on into it.
I
sent you a video of the other presidential candidate, Sink.
I don't know who that is. Sink.
I see him. He's from Young Turks
on
YouTube.
Okay. I got to check that out.
So he put out a video and said that Trump got the $1 million small loan from his daddy.
Right.
Do you know how much that really was back then?
How much?
$415 million that he blew.
Wow.
That was $415 in today's time that Trump blew. Now he just blew another deal for $1 billion that he was trying to do with his True Social company.
Oh, wow.
They just
How
blew
did he
that
do
deal.
that? How did he do that?
I sent you the video. Go ahead and watch it. Go ahead and watch it.
I gotta go and watch it. It's a lot of videos Zeus gets, all right? But I'll take your word for it.
Yes.
And so what you're saying is when they say Trump should try to run the country like a business, what you're saying is he's really not that good of a businessman, right?
Oh, he's horrible. Zeus. He's horrible. He's horrible. Let's get away from this guy. Let's just get away from him. And the second thing I want to say is Swami last night, or whatever his name is, he committed political suicide by going at the GOP the way he did. They're never going to vote for him.
Really?
They're never going to vote for him.
You don't think he was just doing his part to kind of stir the pot and, mimic Donald Trump?
That was Donald Trump's doing right there. Donald Trump told him to do everything that he did because who did it sound like? It sounded like Donald Trump, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did. It sounds like,
And I think Ron DeSantis, he also committed political suicide
Really?
when he said that he was going to go to the border and start shooting people.
Oh, yeah, I remember
dead.
that.
He said, we're going to shoot them dead.
Wow.
Before they come into this country, he'll shoot them dead.
Wow.
Is that going to resonate with the American people?
No, I think it'll resonate with the extremists in the country, but not with the
And it ain't
general
enough
population.
of them.
Nope. They're outnumbered by far. What do you think about Tim Scott showing up with that jungle fever situation? Did you see that?
I seen it, brother.
Yeah,
we all know better than that. We all know better than that. Go look at my pictures of me and my wife, which is a white woman.
Okay.
You'll see love and affection.
Oh, okay, so you with Takesha. That wasn't real love.
That wasn't real love, brother. He needed a little eye candy.
Well,
and he
fair
knew he
enough.
could bring a sister on there with him.
Wow. I guess beggars can be choosy, huh? Fair enough.
No, brother. Hey, brother, you have a good one. I appreciate what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing.
All
brother.
right, and you too, my good friend. Ladies and
right.
gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Kareem. Let's do it. No lies detected. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached that point in the live where Zeus must get up out of here, all right? But, it's a birthday. We have a birthday celebration. Our good friend Ray, it's his birthday today, right? So we're going to sing happy birthday to Ray. And then we're gonna get up out of here. You said you forgot something, Takesha. All right. What is it you want? Let's see what you got to say. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on, Takesha. What's that? Good greetings. How are you?
I'm sorry, Zeus, but I forgot this one thing. If any woman believes that when you get to the hospital to give birth and they still give you an abortion, then you've lost your mind. I forgot they said that last night. What we gonna do? Get there and say, I didn't get enough stuff for my baby shower and Pampers too high. I changed my mind. Go on, kill the baby.
That ain't
So
going
I
down? You
really
saying that
wish
don't
they'll
go
stop
down?
they need to stop telling that lie. And if any woman believe that, shame on you.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
listen.
what I had to say. So I'm sick of them telling their lies, really getting on my nerves.
Tell them, Takesha.
Now, bye.
All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Takesha, she's not playing. Listen up. Stop spreading lies about what goes on. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yazzie, greetings. How are you?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, I wanted to add to that too. That was the one thing. I'm gonna tell you something. As a pediatric, let me turn on my camera.
Okay, tell them.
Hold on.
Tell them.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
As a
Oh.
pediatric.
Wow, the beauty is overwhelming.
Hey, Lucy.
Yes.
As a pediatric hospice nurse, when babies come home to pass away, we do not babies if they're can't be aborted when they're birthed. That means you're unaliving a child. Okay, you cannot. When they're now saying that Democrats want to abortion means unaliving a child after it's born, that is actually criminal. You can get thrown in prison for those things. Okay,
Wow.
we do not. The type of babies that come home to hospice care are babies that are not going to survive due to lots of trauma or due to congenital defects, DNA, all kinds of things, born without brains, spinal stems, organs,
Wow.
okay? So
Right.
stop lying that we believe in unaliving babies because we don't, okay? Babies born coming through the birth canal means they are born. And if somebody were to unalive them, that means you're going to go to court for murder, okay?
Thank
So
you.
don't throw all those lies, okay? But women do need health care, and abortion is important. And abortion doesn't mean that you're just terminating pregnancy. It means that a baby, if you have a fetus that is not forming in your womb, that means, and you have to have it removed. You can do a D&C the first, what is it, first like 8 weeks. And then after that, it's a D&E, a dilation and extraction. We have to take the tissue out, okay? So know your science first, know your medical procedures first, okay? Abortions is just a form of care. It's not just terminating a pregnancy. So stop it, okay? I'm tired of you forced birthers. You cannot tell a woman what to do with her body. In Colorado, we are not forced birthers here. You have a choice. And that's why I'm seeing a lot more parents come here. But that's besides the point. I just want to tell you, thank you for welcoming me to the kingdom. Love you all.
All right.
I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read the comments. I did that kind of on purpose because then otherwise I get distracted. I love you guys so much. And I just want to put up a receipt because I want to show you guys how much I have to pay for fuel. I just had my fuel tank outside my home filled up. So don't tell me when you can't afford gas. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll
we got receipts for gas? Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Let me get it up here.
Let's see it. Oh my God. You know, I love it when we got receipts to back up what we're saying, right? Let's show them, Yazzie.
Hold on. Let me. I think it's
down.
too big.
Gas is down. Yeah, and they're not crying over.
Can you put it in the bigger screen? I don't know if it'll show up on the bigger screen, maybe by itself.
Let's see.
Oh, there's the price, $2.80. There's the price, $2.80. $2.80 a gallon is what I'm paying. Okay.
$2.80 a gallon. That's a steal.
Yes. Yeah, I just bought 185 gallons.
Oh my God.
From my fuel tank outside my home. Well,
wow.
So they come delivered to all the fuel tanks I have. So I have quite a few fuel tanks that I have to fill up. But yeah, so don't give me with your prices that you guys can't afford gas.
Tell them, Yazzie.
That things are so expensive. Let me take off. I'm sorry. You know I'm not that good with this technology. Let me say goodbye.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, don't come at me that y'all don't know that gas is lower, okay? If you guys are all playing outrageous, well, Florida, they have the highest interest rate. Our interest rate right now is 3.7. Last year it was 8.29, people. We are thriving with Biden, okay?
Amen.
He has passed great legislation. So get your facts straight. Don't try to come at us. And if you do like a mean, like a average of what the actual interest rate is, like 3.28. So stop it with your like, it's everything's so expensive. Eggs are like $1.10.
Tell them, Yazzie.
Okay, so stop with your lies. Stop conservative I'm not even gonna say that last part of it because you ain't a Democrat. They just want to say that they are so they can, like, I don't know, make themselves feel better or look better, whatever. But thank you
Exactly.
so much. Love you
All right.
guys.
All right. All
Have a
right.
great
Love you
day.
too.
Zeus,
Ladies,
you are
ladies,
just really quick. You're the most handsome,
tell
most
them.
honest, most humble. You're Triple H.
Thank
And
you.
that's why we all love you.
All right. Thank
Love
you,
you guys.
Yazzie. You're making me blush.
Thank
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, join me in giving Yazzie a round of
Oh, and
applause.
if you don't vote, you don't vote. I'm sorry that you let that guy up there that he doesn't vote. Who cares what he says? You don't vote.
Tell him.
Screw you. Get the
Tell
heck
him.
out of here. Go to some country where they don't let you vote, okay?
Oh.
This is our right as an American. You're telling me I just can't pick an old guy, but Trump isn't old? Like, we haven't had all these old white guys forever. Yeah, let's get a better cat. Let's get a good woman. Let's get a woman with some color in there. I'm anything. A man, more, I don't care. I'm just, so don't tell me I'm not gonna vote because it's no white guy. Just shut up,
Tell
okay?
him.
Go away.
Tell him.
You
Tell
ain't
him,
gonna
Yazzie.
vote. I don't care. Love you guys.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. All right.
A
Ladies
corn
and gentlemen.
harvest. A week and a few days of corn harvest left.
Oh.
And I am tired.
My God. Corn harvest time.
There's a month left. I have to do some work on one of my patients, but otherwise I got to go back out to the field. So
All
love you
right.
guys.
All right,
Bye.
all right. Later, Yazzie. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Yazzie. Let's give her another round of applause. No lies detected. All right. Oh my goodness, right on time. All right, we got to bring up our good friend Ray. It's his birthday, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we do in the kingdom. All right, Ray, are you there?
Brother, yes, I am. And can I just say one thing real quick? 'Cause I know you got to go.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
I heard a lot of people thanking Biden. This is a special thank you to Biden. I want to thank him for his 40 years of being in every single nook and cranny of Congress. Because during the time that we weren't sure what we were going to have, honestly, as the next presidential candidate, which we had a couple, a lot.
Right.
But Biden came out of nowhere, and he went and talked to all the countries. He was doing international trips. And for what's going on now, that's the man we needed, and he's prepared for it. I want to thank him.
Thank you.
I want to thank him for helping my country, helping Americans understand that doesn't matter how old you are. I'm 55, disabled, and I'm here. It doesn't matter. It's the thinking and the team.
Amen.
Who is your team? Because that's
Amen.
what's going to make us united as an America. And united, we stand, and divided, the mega will fall.
Hey,
and that's it.
amen. All right. Well, listen, Ray, I appreciate it. And yes, we do thank President Biden as well. Now, everyone, let's go ahead and sing Happy Birthday in the Kingdom to our good friend Ray. All right, because he's doing the right thing and it's his birthday. Let's go.
I appreciate it.
I heard it was somebody's birthday.
Hey!
I heard it was somebody's birthday.
Turn up!
Yeah. PJ Panda birthday song, yeah.
Hey!
Today is your birthday, we gon' say it loud.
Hey!
Today is your birthday, I know you're so proud.
Thank you.
Today is your birthday, we gon' turn out.
Turn up!
Party, get it lit and wild out.
Thank you.
We gon' sing happy, happy, happy birthday.
Hey! Tell him!
Happy birthday to
Sing it, ladies and gentlemen! What?
Throw a party, everybody bring gifts.
Turn up!
Got a new outfit and it's lit.
And it's lit!
Best day of the year you can't miss. All my friends coming in.
Yes!
My parents raise my
Gotta raise the allowance! Turn up!
happy birthday, we gon' sing it now.
Hey!
Today is your birthday, we gon' say it loud.
Turn up!
Today is your birthday.
Turn up! Cut the cake! Hey! I like the way you did that.
Happy birthday to
sing happy birthday to all of our friends.
Thank you.
All right, because that's what this is about. We
Thank
spread
you.
truth and love. Let's go. Yeah. Hey. Turn up.
Man.
Turn up. Let's do it. We got them over town. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right, Ray.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I appreciate you, my friend. You have a happy belated birthday. All
Thank
right,
you.
from all of us in the kingdom today, my good friend. All right.
Thank you. God bless.
All right. Thank you as well. Keep up the great work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Ray a good round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes this morning's broadcast. All right. And it is now time for us to wrap up this show in typical Zeus fashion. All right. Today was a great day in the kingdom. We laughed, we cried. All right. And I really did enjoy it. Special shout out to all of you in the audience who tuned in and listened, right? A special shout out to all the panelists who had the courage to get in the box and tell the truth. All right. That's very important. And thank you to all of my subscribers and those of you who have supported the guest as well as myself with your gifts. I really do appreciate it. Listen, thank you, Superwoman. Listen, the truth is this, ladies and gentlemen. The American people, the will of the Americans, is speaking louder than Donald Trump and his supporters could ever speak. And that's what's important. So don't buy into the lies. Don't buy into those poll numbers. All right? Because what matters, as far as I'm concerned, is the truth. And it is my commitment, all right, that we get this truth out here to each and every corner of the earth so that we can keep Donald Trump and the MAGA cult, the MAGA demons, out of the White House so they will no longer rain terror on this sacred and beautiful country of ours, all right? And to you Russian trolls and you Russian bears, and you folks that are sitting in prison right now, I want you to understand, if you do not get your soul right, all right, you will not only go to jail for Donald Trump, but you will definitely go to hell. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Take care and have a great rest of your morning.
Stu Forbes, most handsome in the kingdom.
And I really am the most handsome. Thank you, Stacey. Let's go!
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Going in the sky like you left like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm flyer than an eagle, ain't got bread on me too. Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new. If you living like a bum, get away from me, fool. I got money on my mind. I can't leave it up to you. I can't hang around.
I really
with you.
can't.
Fall in love too quick.
Mr. Nice Guy, cut it out. You don't know what I do to get what I get. You just sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. Thank you.
Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had a lot of cues. I'm catching all these snakes.
Dark CC, I saw that. Why are you muting that guy?
Yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus.
That's why they call me Zeus, and that's why they call you what they call you.
This is how I stand when I'm looking like Zeus.
I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus.
Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus.
You think thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. Tell them, Lindsay, all right, you two. Well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't you can play yourself. Even though but don't play me like a fool. That you lost your mind. Why you looking like a goof? Tell them, Superwoman, loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, you're such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like gotta Zeus. Blame my mom, blame my dad. When I'm talking like Zeus. You see these features? How I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. You see these features? When I'm moving like Zeus. It's real. Hector, I appreciate you too. That you're cool till I pull up into the Russian bears. I know you're looking. You're lusting. They got a lot of lust in their heart. Call me Zeus. All right.
I just want to find 11,780 love, which is one more than we have.
That's when he committed the crime. All right. Reggie! Where you at, Reggie? I love you all too. Reggie, where you at? Let's go. Hit him with the deranged remix. Lindsay on the beat like Zeus.
He's deranged.
Jackson like Zeus.
He's deranged.
Jackson
He's deranged.
Yeah, you heard about
Jackson. He's deranged. Jackson. He's deranged. Jackson. He's deranged.
Yeah, man.
Jackson.
It's me.
He's deranged.
It's
Jackson. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Oh, that's what you call justice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Have a great rest of your morning and I'll see you.